When you look at a skyline like this one, it's so much more than just a bunch of buildings, right? It's really a story. It's a story of ambition, of rivalry, and incredible resilience, all of it just etched in steel and glass. So let's get into it. We're going to decode how this small island basically taught the entire world how to reach for the clouds.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures what we're talking about. The Manhattan skyline isn't just an impressive view. It's a 400-year saga of a tiny little island that, against all odds, grew up to become, well, the capital of the world.
So that's the big question, right? How in the world did this happen? How did a small island learn to conquer the sky? We're going to trace that whole journey all the way from little wooden Dutch houses to the super towers you see today, and we're going to uncover the ingenious solutions that shaped the city we all know.
All right, so our story kicks off with the very first big challenge, forging the grid. How do you bring order to a chaotic, growing settlement? How do you lay the foundation for a city that, doesn't really even exist yet?
Okay, so picture this. It's the 1600s. New Amsterdam is basically just a cluster of traditional Dutch houses made of brick and wood. But then, a series of devastating fires just completely wipes the slate clean, setting the stage for this one pivotal moment in 1811. And here's the wild part. New York's first great architectural marvel wasn't even a building. It was a map. The grid plan was this incredibly bold, almost ruthless decision to just slap a rigid grid over the entire island. It was a single document that would dictate everything that came after.
So they've got the land all organized, but it's finite. You can't make more of it. And that created a whole new challenge. If you can't build out, you've got to build up. And that necessity, it sparked a complete technological revolution.
Now, this climb into the sky didn't happen all at once. It happened in 3 really crucial steps. First, you get cast iron facades, which let you have these huge windows and open up buildings. Then, a game changer, Elisha Otis invents the safety elevator. Suddenly, the top floors went from being a pain to get to being the most luxurious spot. And finally, the steel skeleton, famously used in the iconic Flatiron Building, that's what gave architects the power to truly, literally, scrape the sky.
With the technology in place, the Roaring '20s kicked off this fierce, almost personal competition for the title of the world's tallest building. This was the Art Deco era. Bold geometric shapes, super lavish details. And the rivalry between the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building was absolutely legendary. Get this. The Chrysler's architect secretly built a 185-foot spire inside the building and then hoisted it up at the very last minute to claim victory. A victory that, well, only lasted for 11 months.
But the Empire State Building's comeback was just astounding. Look at this number. It was built in just 1 year and 45 days. That is an incredible, almost unbelievable feat of engineering. The sad irony, though, is that it was finished right in the middle of the Great Depression, so most of its offices were empty. People started calling it the Empty State Building.
Okay, so after World War II, the city's architectural identity goes through this massive shift, and later, a truly tragic one, which brings us to our next chapter, resilience in steel and glass.
The post-war era was all about something called the international style, and its whole philosophy was less is more. All that fancy Art Deco from the past, it gave way to these sleek, super-functional towers of glass and steel, and the Seagram Building is probably the most perfect example of that.
Then, in the 1970s, the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center rose up and completely redefined the skyline. They were this massive testament to New York's economic might, a symbol of its technological power that just forever changed the silhouette of Lower Manhattan. And then, on September 11th, 2001, the unthinkable happened. The fall of the towers wasn't just about losing buildings. It was a deep, deep wound to the very heart and soul of the city. But if there's one thing you can say about New York, it's that it is a city of resilience. And from the ashes of that tragedy, a new symbol of defiance and hope began to rise. And this number, well, this number says it all.
One World Trade Center stands at a very deliberate height of 1,776 feet. It's a direct, powerful reference to the year of American independence. You see, it's so much more than just a building. It's a statement. It's a testament to the city's absolutely unbreakable spirit.
Which brings us right up to today, and to a totally new kind of challenge. The city is packed. There's seemingly no space left. So how do you keep building? Well, the solution is about as audacious as New York itself.
Say hello to the age of the super-slender, or as a lot of people call them, the pencil tower. These things are just engineering marvels. They are so thin they almost look like they defy gravity, and they're letting developers build higher than ever before on these impossibly tiny plots of land.
You can see this new era on full display along what's now called Billionaire's Row, a name that kind of tells you everything you need to know about the money driving this boom. The Steinway Tower is right there, and it's the thinnest skyscraper in the world. And the engineering is wild. Some of these towers actually have empty floors built into them, just so the wind can pass straight through, which helps keep them stable at those dizzying heights.
So from Dutch bricks to these crazy pencil towers, New York's architecture has always been a story about solving the impossible. The skyline is like a living, breathing thing. It's never finished, it's always evolving. So I'll just leave you with this question. What do you think this city is going to dream up next?